Hello everyone, and welcome to Thief 2: The Meadow Age. Now, it's been a while since I've played the original game on the channel, about 6 months in fact, but it's finally time to do the second game in the trilogy. If you haven't seen any of the streams of the first game, I highly recommend you go back and watch those before continuing on with this, since you're gonna be missing a lot of context. I'm not really gonna introduce this game and its gameplay or whatever the same way I did in the first game, and especially the story, because the story is connected, as you might expect, because I mean it's a sequel. But yeah, this is gonna be another expert playthrough. I'm not gonna go for 100% loot or anything, just complete every mission on expert. One mission per stream, just like last time. And yeah, that was the intro as well, obviously. So let's get started. Hello, Yorski, welcome back to the stream. Now, this game doesn't actually have a tutorial, oddly enough, although the first mission does kind of serve as a tutorial in a way, but it doesn't have like a traditional tutorial, like video gamey tutorial like the first game did. So we can just jump straight into the action, and of course we're gonna play on expert. And we still have these cutscenes before each mission.
I've always equated feelings with getting caught. They both get in the way of my money. Unfortunately, not everyone is as committed to their work as I am. An old associate of mine, Basso the Boxman, wants to marry Lady Rumford's chambermaid, Genevieve, and live happily ever after. Guess prison life spoiled his taste for thievery. Too bad for Basso that Lady Rumford has other plans. Marriage would void Genevieve's indentured service contract, so Rumford is keeping her confined in the estate with the rest of her worldly possessions. Basso has asked for my assistance on getting her out, since infiltration is my specialty. I make it a policy never to take a job so sentimental, but the Rumford Manor could be a lucrative opportunity for a man like me. It would also mean that Basso would owe me a favor, and in this line of work you can never have too many of those. I'll sneak in after dark and clear a path for Basso so he can rescue his damsel in distress. Along the way, I'll pick up a few souvenirs for the local pawn shops. That should make all this aggravation worthwhile. Otherwise, I'll make Basso wish he was still rotting in Crag's Cleft. This proves it. Going legit is more trouble than it's worth.
Alright, very unusual start here. First of all, Garrett is taking a quote-unquote sentimental job, as he puts it, which is, you know, odd coming from him, because if you remember from the previous game, in the second mission, Basso is actually the guy that we rescued in the previous game, because we wanted to basically hook it up with his sister, or something like that. So hearing this coming from him is kind of odd, but at the same time it does, I guess, fit his character, because he's this, you know, misanthrope and all that. Again, this is why you really should watch the first game if you haven't seen it, or better yet, just play it. It's a great game, but yeah, you're gonna be missing all the context as to who are the Hammerites, who are the pagans, who is Garrett, and all that. But yeah, Basso is back, and we gotta help him out yet again. So once we're ready for Basso to go, we need to give him the signal using the bird call he gave us. We have to be close enough for him to hear it. Basically, we just have to be outside of the manor for it to work. So the way this mission works is we just have to clear a path, basically knock out as many guards as we possibly can, and clear a path for Basso to Guinevere, or whatever her name was, the servant that he's in love in. Very interesting mission, honestly. Very unique premise compared to the previous game. So you can already, right off the bat, you can tell that the developers are really spicing up these objectives in the second game. And I'm gonna say it now, and I'm gonna be repeating myself a lot throughout this playthrough, but this game is way better than the first game in pretty much every conceivable way possible. It has better atmosphere, in my opinion. It has way better level design, a lot more developed. A better story and pacing of the story. The slightly better visuals. The visuals are mostly the same as the first game because it's the same engine, but yeah, like everything about this game is just better, in my opinion, and many people in the community share the sentiment. Help Basso and Genevieve, that's her name, get out of the mansion together. You need to scout ahead to make sure Basso's route is safe. Yep. Luckily, Basso didn't say anything about not taking Lady Rumford's stuff. Get 600 in loot, including 200 in gems. So, again, we're playing on expert, so we do have some extra objectives here. Genevieve would be aghast if anybody died because of this. Don't kill anyone. Again, if you recall from the first game, if you play on expert, you basically must not kill anyone. That's like the whole shtick with expert. If we switch to normal, as you can see, we can actually kill people, but on expert we mustn't kill anyone. And this objective right here is quite interesting. Still, nothing stops you from teaching these guards a lesson and getting in a little practice. Score at least 8 knockouts. This is a very interesting objective because people love to ghost the missions in these games, which basically means don't get caught at all, and that also includes, you know, not knocking anyone out. So this is quite an odd objective, and this is the only mission that has this objective as well in the entire series, not just in this game. And it's another expert exclusive objective, which is odd. I believe on hard, yeah, on hard you don't have to do this, and obviously you have to get less loot. And for some reason on normal you don't have to get any loot at all, which kind of defeats the purpose of Garrett doing this to begin with. Garrett fancies who? Basso's sister. That's like a very small plot point in the original game. You probably forgot. It's in the second mission, pretty much. Because other than your fence Cuddy, you also have to rescue Basso the Boxman, at least if you're playing on expert. And the flavor text literally says, his sister would be very grateful if you do that. That is also why, like, the original game on expert is basically the canon. Because if you don't play on expert, then this here doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. You're gonna be like, who the hell is Basso? And like, he was in prison, so I guess you could argue that he was released by the Hemorrhoids for whatever reason. But yeah, like, the canon is expert mode. That's another reason why I'm playing it on expert. Hello, Soybean. Welcome to the stream. Alright, but yeah, without further ado, let's get started with this very first mission. Oh, and as always, I'm using the HD mod, so this is gonna take a while to load. There we go.
Sprung the lock on the side door for you, Garrett. It's the only good way in.
Now, this game has subtitles, but these subtitles are actually part of the HD mod. I don't know if the original game has these, and the HD mod just enables them. But yeah, there are subtitles thanks to the HD mod. Hopefully this HD mod, well, I was gonna say hopefully it's less glitchy than the one for the first game, but I'm already seeing a bug here. But that's fine. So this is the mansion. This is a very simple level, by the way. This is one of the weaker levels, I would say, in this game. Because it's relatively linear, which is unusual for, especially this game, like the second game, but this series of games in general. Alright,
Good thing the butler's out for the night. He left his lights on.
Of course, this is the name of the game. Our main objective is always to just steal things. Okay, so here's the bird call. We have to use this when we're ready. We have to like step outside and use it. If you, I'm almost tempted to show you what happens when you use it when Basso isn't ready yet, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to fail. Now there is. Okay, good. Because my hotkey for quick save is the same as my hotkey for starting stream, so thankfully that doesn't have any conflicts. I never knew he meant it that way. I just thought it was a matter of conscience. I mean, he still wanted to, like, you know, sleep with Basso's sister. That's still kind of unlike him, in my opinion. And that's coming from a fellow misanthrope, so...
Damn torches. Always sputtering out.
Well, don't just make tap over it. Light it up.
I lost my tinderbox. Oh, why don't you do it?
I ain't the one that's complaining, am I now?
Huh.
I actually forgot about that. Yeah, this game has a lot more flavorful conversations like that than the first game ever did. There are a few that I remember from my first playthrough that I'm really excited to hear again. Can I use this key? Nope. Do I have my lockpicks? That's a better question. No, I don't. Okay. So there's 2 guards there that we need to knock out, because otherwise I'm pretty sure they will see Basso. Luckily there is an easy way to knock them out, right here.
What?
Boom. Okay, so the way this mansion is laid out, we can actually access the map right now. It even draws a route for you towards Genevieve. So this is the route that we have to clear, basically. The entire basement is the servants' quarters, servant and guards' quarters. But we are gonna go to the first and even second floors, because there is a lot of loot. And a lot of secrets as well to find. I'll get to that when we get there. But the way I like to play this mission, this map, is I like to take it floor by floor. So I always start at the bottom and go up. If I recall correctly... Here we go. There we go. So, this game adds a new type of... how do I say it? I guess objective. And that is secrets. If you recall from the original game, you had 2 things that you had to do if you wanted to get 100% on the level. You had to get all the pickpockets and all of the loot. Well, this game adds a 3rd objective, which is secrets. If you want to go for 100%, you have to find all the secrets. Now, again, this is not going to be a 100% playthrough. So I'm not going to be showing off all the secrets. However, you can find them. You can find walkthroughs online if you really want to. But I do remember some of them, because I have gotten 100% in this game in the past. So I will try to show off as many of these secrets as I possibly can. Have beer and lunch. Also finish the classic build. Okay, nice. Okay, I remember there's a really annoying guard here. Really annoying. You have to cut through the kitchen because of him. And there is a servant in the kitchen as well.
Thought I saw.
I gotta find a good place to hide this guy. Don't drop him in the fire, by the way. The fire does actually harm them in this game. It doesn't in the first game, if I recall correctly, but it does harm them in this game. And that will actually fail the mission. At least on expert. Okay, here we have this. This. I think there's one more bottle. Yep. I'm gonna come over here because there is a bunch of loot that we can get. So this is sort of like a lift for food for the second floor or the first floor. Yep, this is the only way to get this loot, by the way, safely, because this guy has like a very short patrolling route, and if you try to enter the room normally, he is guaranteed to spot you. So this is the only way to get that. One hit KO too. The blackjack, yeah, it's really handy. A tool of choice for a master thief such as myself. Ha ha ha. Oh, there's bags of spice like that that actually count as loot items that didn't exist in the original game. And as always, we have all of our regular tools. We have our water arrows to douse torches. Moss arrows, everything makes a comeback, but there's even a bunch of new tools as well that we can use. I'll be able to show those off soon-ish in the following missions. Is there anything in this room? I don't remember. Nope. Just a well. Okay, I believe this is the hallway. Maybe that has the room that we're looking for, Genevieve's room. Because these are the servants' quarters. Lots of loot here. I almost feel bad for robbing the servants because they're dirt poor and abused, but hey, I gotta live too. Dunya, sometimes I think I miss the days when crime ruled the streets as the sheriff would have had it. Either way, we walk in fear, but before, we lost it at most our purse, while now we may be shut up in irons simply for seeing the wrong thing at the wrong time. Give me the old days back again, and a pox upon Truard and all his thugs. So there's a new sheriff in town, and apparently he's brought forth some changes. I wonder if we're gonna get to find out more about this guy soon. Okay, I believe... Yeah, you can see him there very faintly. There is a guy there that never turns around. So that's why you have to always take the long way around the kitchen. If you're actually not playing on expert, you can just kill him, but because we're playing on expert, we can't really touch him.
Well, that's her door. Guess Basso can open it. He's not much of a sneak, but he can sure handle a lock.
Mm-hmm. That's her door. Of course, we still have a lot of other things to do here, including knock out more guards. Again, we have this objective here to knock out at least 8 guards, which requires us pretty much to go upstairs. Now, if I recall correctly, I think there is a secret here. Maybe I'm thinking of a different mission. 200 in gems. Okay, that's interesting. We only have 15 gems. That's not good. Now, I will warn you guys that this game has much longer levels than the original did. This first level isn't too long, and there are a few others that aren't very long either, but most of them are quite lengthy, including the longest level out of any Thief game in the main series. So some of these streams might be above over 2 hours long. This is a dead end? I thought there was like another door here. Oh, this is the one I was thinking of. Okay, that goes up to the first floor. I don't want to go there yet because I think there's still a bunch more loot. There we go. Okay, I think we're about done with the basement, so we can actually get up to the first floor now. Good old days of smallpox. I was watching a 17-hour video yesterday and today, so you'll be fine. Yeah, I know. Like, this... I don't expect this to take much more than an hour. I'm not gonna rush it, of course, but... Oh, here's a guy. Let's knock him out. Oh, there's another guy there. Oh, God. Hide the body, hide the body. Okay. I don't think he actually comes out here, though. Yep. Alright, so yeah, this mansion is pretty much mirrored, as you can see. There's 2 hallways in each wing, and the exact same amount of rooms. The Great Hall is in the middle, and the top floor just has a bunch of small bedrooms that house the most loot, of course, but also some secrets. Hopefully I remember how to get the secrets. Gonna hide these guys under the stairs. Yeah, I believe these rooms have loot. Or not. That's fine too. Yeah, I believe these are supposed to be guest rooms. Guest bedrooms. Wow, nothing for the guests, really. No shiny, fancy golden cutleries or whatever. Also, oddly enough, the third floor is very unguarded. That is not loot. Okay, there is a secret here. There is a secret compartment here. I don't remember how you open it, though. I think there's like a lever either near the bed. Oh, right there. Here we go. How are we doing on gems? 150, only 50 more gems. And we already have enough loot, we just need the gems. Now, I will admit I did actually replay this game before starting the streams, but I only played on normal. And besides that, the last time I played this game, especially on expert, was like 2 years ago, or almost 3 years ago by now. So I am a little bit rusty, especially with some of these expert objectives. You gotta bear with me as I learn my footing. Anything in the water? I think I picked up a water arrow, I hope. Couldn't really hear it. Okay, that's the bathroom done. I think there is a guy here. Oh, no, there isn't. Aha, the stage has a flute. That's a massive harp, holy crap. Some coins lying around. It's so weird to me that... Was this actually a thing? Like in the past where aristocrats were so freaking rich that they would just leave coins lying around that their guards could easily just steal? It's a very ominous painting. Now, there is some of these levels do have bonus objectives that are not really displayed here, but you can actually find a bunch of secrets and they will be added as bonus objectives. Here's one of them. Up here, we have 2 rings. What would the wedding be without rings? Get 2 for Basso and Genevieve. Bonus objective. So this is an objective that you don't have to do, and it's even like hidden. But we did it anyway. Now, here's one annoying thing if you're going for 100%. There are a couple of archers out this way. I believe we can unlock these doors with one of the keys that we have. Yep. So there's a couple of archers out there that you have to pickpocket. Because they have arrows in their quivers that you can pickpocket. That's another new feature that wasn't really in the original. And I can't remember if there's actually loot out here. Let me just check. Oh, there is loot here. Okay, so we're gonna have to get that. Now, this is gonna be a little bit tricky. Because there's 2 archers here. Oh man, this is gonna be really tricky, actually. You know what? I think it might be easier if I do it from that side. Yeah, because it's relatively dark there. And I believe that... Okay, let me try something here. I have an idea. Because I swear if I knock out one of those guards, one of those archers, the other one will be alerted to my presence. So let's try this instead. Let's go all the way back to the start of the level. And we're gonna try to literally go through the front gate. Doesn't sound very professional or thief-like, but sometimes that's the best strategy. Yeah, look at these night skies, by the way. These are not vanilla, of course. These are from the HD mod, but I just love how they look. They look so gorgeous. I don't think the original even has clouds. The first game definitely doesn't. I don't remember how this looked like without the HD mod. Oh, yep, I can open these from here. Okay, now I just have to wait for this guard to walk past. Do I have any moss arrows? That is annoying, I don't. Gotta be very careful here. Now, the trick where you can move silently by just tapping W, your forward key, and holding down Shift while crouching still works. So we can use this to our advantage, not alert this guy. I can't see it because of all this goddamn vegetation. There we go. Okay, we got it. Run, 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 run. Aha! These guys are blind and deaf and stupid. Awesome. Okay, that's a little bit of extra loot. You didn't have to do this, obviously, because I already have enough loot. I just need to find some more gems. Where the hell am I gonna find more gems? That's a little bit concerning, honestly. Okay, back in the mansion we go, and let's just go upstairs this way. Why not? Okay, here's this guy. Oh, there we go. That's our objective, to knock out 8 guards. Very nice. Let's hide this guy in the closet. There's nothing here. I already checked in the playthrough I did earlier. There is another guy who comes down here, though, so we gotta be a little bit careful. Base. Yep, we can hear him coming. Again, just like the first game, this game has phenomenal audio design that you can actually use to your advantage. Hide this guy under the stairs. And here we have a load of baloney. Nice. Okay, hopefully we have some gems up here. Yeah, this game is quite dark, so I apologize if you're struggling to see here. There is a new item called the Flare. We actually picked some up. And the way this works is it lights up an area around you, but it's not permanent. It does run out after some time. So I guess this is their justification for making the game darker. Literally darker than the original. There we go. That was the last remaining gems that we needed. Very nice. That was another gem. Yeah, we're pretty much ready to leave, I would say. There are a couple more rooms that I can check out. And then we're gonna use the bird call, and that's basically the mission. Very quick mission. Makes sense because it's the first one. It serves as a pseudo-tutorial of sorts. Nothing in this room. Bonk. And this is that dining room that we got the stuff from earlier. Look at that guy. There's literally no way to enter this without alerting him. So unless you're playing on normal and you don't mind killing him, the only way to get it is through the basement. But yeah, I don't know if we got all the loot, but this is definitely more than enough. So let's use the bird call and finish this mission. We clear the path. There's no more guards except that one guard there. But Basso was actually smart enough to also take the long way around the kitchen. So we don't have to worry about that. At least I think. I am gonna drop a save before I do this, just in case. But I'm pretty sure the coast is clear. Okay. Save. And where's my bird call? There it is. Do I have to be closer? There we go. Interesting. I swear I used it like from the beginning of the staircase and it actually worked. Maybe the HD mod messes with the AI or something. I would hope not. Hello, Paul. Welcome back to the stream. Okay, now we just gotta escort this guy like a freaking baby. And sometimes he slows down like this, which is really annoying. Oh, I just realized that shift doesn't actually cause me to walk. Hold on, I gotta fix that. Jump. What the hell is walk? Walk forward slowly? Is that it? That is not it. The hell? Run, slide, free, look, creep. Is it creep? It is creep, okay. Basso, there you go. Oh god, I actually got worried there for a second. This mission has never really broken on me, but you never know. Like these old games, whenever they have scripted sequences like this, it's always kind of scary because they can be very janky. Come on, Basso, don't do this to me now. There you go. I don't remember him stopping so frequently. I know I probably shouldn't have used the HD mod, but this just looks so much better. And I wanted it to look different, because I already did a playthrough earlier, as I said. The past few weeks. There's even a fancy little animation here, look at this.
Basso!
Shh, come with me.
There's nothing in her room, by the way. There's no loot there, so you're not really missing out on anything. I believe you can actually enter the room after the fact, but again, there's nothing there. And now we just gotta escort them. And mission complete. Why did you open that door? What are you doing, Basso? And there we have it.
Come with me.
Mission complete. Alright, so to recap, we caught Basso with the bird call. We got him and Genevieve out of the mansion safely. We got them wedding rings, which was the bonus objective. We got all the loot that we wanted to get. We did not kill anyone, and we knocked out 8 guards. Which, ironically enough, I think is actually... Well, I think there's like 10 guards that you can knock out total, so you have to knock out most of them. And let's take a look at the stats. Oh, we actually did not get all of the loot, but we got almost all of it anyway, at any rate. Okay, I'm gonna save. Yeah, you can see my saves from my previous playthrough. Why do they always have to make a grand exit whenever I play? They always take the main entrance? Interesting. Do you also play on expert, or do you play on normal? Well, they never did that even on normal for me, so I don't know. That's odd. But yeah, that's the first mission of Thief 2. I'm really excited to play more of this game. Because this mission was so short, I'm actually going to be playing the next mission tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But the next mission is quite long. Even though it's only the second mission, it's one of the longest in the game, actually. So after that one, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. But yeah. That's gonna be it for this one, at any rate. So stay tuned tomorrow for mission 2. And until then, I would like to thank you all very much for watching, and have a good one. Bye-bye. And my F keys apparently don't work. That's annoying. I have to